to the right, nothing that would indicate the kind of biblical rain that we had, what 40 minutes ago. So the track, in theory, is only going to get better, but going back to my initial observations, it's on that initial. If you've got a group of cars as WRT have, you might want to put one of those cars out on a set of slick tyres.
The pole position driver, because Nico Bastien has never raced here before, but they want some good points out of this weekend. And, it's going to be interesting to see how they fare as we get set for this first 1 hour race. The grid complete. It looks as though the Stuart Lender car is on the grid, so despite that spin into the barrier, I think he's there.
Well, I mean, the team have done a great job. I mean, whether
it's Audi, Mercedes on the second row of the grid, and ACA ASP has just locked out the weekend thus far. Free practice, qualifying, there's nothing seemingly that's going to stop the Mercedes. Here's Loris Hezemans to start, and alongside is the Pro-Am Championship leading car of Piti Bhirombhakdi. Parade lap is underway.
What the drivers need to try and do is get as much temperature in these, still wet conditions as is possible, and it's not going to be really much more than they can do running behind the safety car. Their speed's going to be governed by that of the safety car. The other thing, of course, is to try and get as much temperature into your brakes so that when you put your foot in the brakes, you've got some degree of retardation.
Is wet, and the fans, and there are quite a few of them for a Saturday, are in the grandstands looking forward to a great
4.3 kilometres is not a short circuit.
It's a qualifying at the front of the grid. 1 hour of racing at the Hungaroring is go, and a really good start there by Engelhardt, who dives out from the third row, and he's got the lead on the way down towards the first corner. That was either an exemplary start or an anticipatory one, but either way, the Lamborghini has the advantage. Nico Chamin is on the outside line, and he goes deep into the corner. Michael Meadows tries to gain ground on the in. That brilliant first lap. There he is. He loses another place. He's now down to 19th. He's also 1 minute and 11 seconds behind the leader. Bearing in mind he was second overall early on. That shows you how the Pro-Am, Tristan Vautier and Kenny Harble, so a great job done by them. There is the second place Pro-Am car. Carlo Van Dam brings Piti Bhirombhakdi's Singer Beer Ferrari over the line, and then for third, Marcus Winkelhock and Neil Stevenart's Audi. Well as ever, John.
Entrepreneurial, I might say, start by Christian Engelhardt. Took the Grasso Racing team and turning around, the driver changed the wheels.
Kappa in 12th. 13th after a drive-through, Loris Hezemans and Franck Pereira. They had a spin as well, don't forget. Adrian Delina and Ricardo Feller 14th from Kenny Harble and Tristan Vautier, the Pro-Am winners from another of the penalised cars, Perez Compact and Calderelli's Lamborghini.